Hello everyone, welcome to the table tennis class. I'm Fang Yinqi. In this lesson, I'll teach you how to generate power in your forehand stroke. Why am I the one teaching? Because I'm the stats king of Quanshibao. Fang Bo insisted I teach this class. First, we need to understand. Although it looks like the hand is doing the pulling motion, the power actually comes from the whole body working together. The first point is the feet. You must start from your feet. Find the feeling of power generation. Because power comes from the ground, the most direct place where we generate force is through our feet. So how should the feet move? How do we use them? First, we need to learn a rotational movement. It's like using your foot to stub out a cigarette. That motion of stubbing out a cigarette. You need to create that stomping and turning movement. So this power comes from the foot. Then your racket-holding leg. For me, that's the right hand, so it's my right leg. It needs to fully store power and press downward. During the motion of pulling back and turning your waist, you have to press the leg down first. Only then can you spring up explosively. If you don't press your leg down, you won't be able to generate force. So the first step is to rotate your foot. At the same time, fully press down with the right leg. How do we move the waist and hips? We rotate them while pressing down the leg. So it's a simultaneous rotation and downward press. Once we've done this initial body preparation, press down the leg and turn the waist. Open the arm. Once these preparations are complete, during the stroke, the power must come from the bottom up. Everyone, remember one thing. Your hand must not exert force before your body does. Your hand must only exert force after the power is brought out by your body. Understand? Make sure to remember this. If your hand moves first, all the power from your body will go to waste. After we pull the arm back, we need to do the foot rotation and leg drive. All of this happens after your waist and hips rotate open. That leg push, that's where the power for hitting the ball comes from. That push from the leg is the source of your power. You have to make that push powerful and explosive. And after we push with the leg, where does that power go next? The closest place to the leg is the hips. Above the hips is the waist. So as we push with the leg, we also thrust the waist and hips forward. Thrust the waist and hips forward. You have to do this movement. There must be an explosive braking motion. Then it's the upper body's turn. Next, the body rotation is driven, along with the hands relaxed technique. Only at the final moment is it the hand's time to step in. At the moment of contact, that's when the hand takes over. Everything before that is about preparation by the lower body to generate power and adjust position. So this is the sequence of power generation in the body. I've broken it down for everyone. Just follow the sequence when you practice. Feel it step by step, and that will be enough. When we pull the ball, actually the motion from pulling back the arm to pulling the ball is a semicircular movement. You rotate in a semicircle. It's not a straight motion directly forward. During that semicircular motion forward, we rotate forward. Rotate forward. That way the power is released. But you can still control it. Because after that final contraction, you're actually no longer moving forward. It's through the contraction of the forearm and waist rotation that the power is absorbed. Absorbing the power is what leads to its release. There's also a tension. Power is generated and then contained. So what's the feeling in your hand supposed to be? You must find the feeling of both impact and friction combined. If you only have impact, the ball won't clear the net without an arc. Or it'll go too high and fly off. It won't spin downward through the air. In that arcing, sinking motion, if you only have friction, the ball will have no speed. There's arc but no speed. So the impact and friction must come together in that instant of contact. So what does impact mean here? It doesn't mean tilting the racket to hit the ball hard. It means using the same pulling angle to drive the ball. At the exact moment you make solid contact, add friction. Use your fingers and wrist rotation to grip the ball. One more thing to note, right after you generate power and make contact, your racket head must exit ahead of the ball. Only then can you say you firmly gripped the ball and pulled it out. If the ball goes out first, but your racket head and wrist are still back, then all your power is stuck there. You must use the racket head, fingers, and wrist to fully release the ball's power, friction, arc, and spin. Now I'll demonstrate a few examples. Before I demo, let me mention a few details. When you train, your body needs to maintain some tension, a sense of slowing down, storing power, and explosive release. Don't just hold your body still here and go straight into the pull. That won't use your body's stored energy and power release feeling. You must blend all of that together. The second point is, at the moment of striking the ball, your hand should be tense, tightened. At all other times, your hand must remain relaxed. Only when you're relaxed can you generate power instantly. If you try to exert power too early, your hand becomes stiff. Once it's stiff, there's no explosiveness. All right, remember these 2 points.